After moving on from Paul George in the offseason, the Los Angeles Clippers were not expected to be good this season. But somebody forgot to tell LA that, because behind Norman Powell's pure hatred of Paul George, James Harden's resurgence on offense, Kawhi Leonard still hurt, so he hasn't helped them at all, and then a young cast of supporting characters mixed in with some vets, this team is now tied for 5th in the West at 17-13. Like, at this point in the year, I thought they were going to have like 5 or 6 wins, but they're 17-13. They just beat the number 2 seed Memphis Grizzlies 114-110 in a comeback victory, a game the Grizzlies had won, and the Clippers came back and snatched it from them. Of course, they are led by, who we just mentioned, Norman Powell, who is having an insane year, a career year. 24 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1.1 steal in 33 minutes per game, on 50% shooting from the field, 47% from 3 on 8.1 attempts. That is absolutely ridiculous. And if you've been keeping up with the beef that he and Paul George have kind of had, addition by subtraction, it's crazy because Norman Powell is just seen as a role player. Yes, on the Blazers, he could light it up here and there, and then he comes to LA and was a role player behind Kawhi, PG, and James Harden. Now, all of a sudden, he is looking like a star. And speaking of James Harden, he's kind of taken on that Trae Young role where he's not going to be super efficient, but he's going to get you about 22 a night with 8 assists, spray the ball around very effectively, and he's only going to shoot 39% from the field and 35% from 3. 35% from 3 is not the worst in the world, especially on his difficulty of shots, but you'd still like to see it a little bit higher. Overall, though, decent year from James Harden so far. Is also putting in about 6.4 rebounds per game to go with those 22 points and 8 assists. Zubac down low is having a monster year. 15 points, 12.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and a block per game on 61% shooting from the field. He is dominating in the paint. Truly an old school bruising type center. He's going to get his hands dirty down low, and he is being very, very effective for this Clippers team that is ranked 5th in defensive rating in the NBA and 6th in opponents' points per game. That's pretty impressive. Some of the role players here, we'll start with Amir Coffey, who's averaging 10.2 points a game and 2.5 rebounds, 43% shooting from 3 on almost 4 attempts per game. That's the big number to look at there, 50% shooting from the field, very efficient. But this isn't an offense that ranks very highly in the league. They're lower third in the NBA in terms of offensive rating and offensive points per game, but still, these role players can really shoot it, other than Kevin Porter Jr., who shoots 25% from 3 and 43% from the field, but he still gives you 10 and 3.6 rebounds to go with 3 assists as the backup point guard. Not bad numbers. They have Derrick Jones Jr. as well, 9.7 points and 3.3 rebounds off the bench. That was a nice signing over from the Dallas Mavericks this offseason, 50% shooting from the field, 41% from 3 for him. They also get guys like Chris Dunn and Terrence Mann giving them contributions, and then even the young guys like Jordan Miller, who is averaging 6.2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist in 15 minutes per game this year through about 18 games played. Not bad whatsoever, but this Clippers team definitely has to be one of the bigger shocks in the Western Conference. I mean, just being able to keep pace. Like I said, this was a team that looked dead in the water. All their picks are in OKC from the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade or from the Harden trade. They really had no picks. They had no future going forward. And the craziest part is they haven't even gotten Kawhi Leonard back, who, if he can somehow manage to stay healthy, turns this team into a whole nother animal. With that being said, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying today's video. Now let's look at last night's game, and it starts with Norman Powell. I mean, this cannot be overstated how much of an impact Norman Powell has had this year. Crazy layup right there. Now he's going to work off the ball screen with Zubac, get to his spot, knock down a 3-ball. Edie, you can't play drop coverage that far. And then just going to step into one here in transition. Easy bucket. I mean, he's really tough to stop. Coming off the screen now, down into the corner, a little fadeaway, and one. Great backdoor cut right here. Harden finds him. Ball fake, gets the bucket. Marcus Smart was trying to guard him. Didn't really work out right there. And then Aldama with a great contest still. It's just right over his head. And then playing off of Harden, all the attention that Harden attracts, and he's just able to get buckets, hit the game-clinching free throws. That might have actually been Desmond Bane trying to guard him earlier. Don't come at me in the comments section. But yeah, Norman Powell, you can't overstate what he has done for this Clippers team. And then you got Chris Dunn giving him timely buckets, little float game here, knocking down a big three late in the game. Again, if they're going to leave him open, he's got to hit this shot, and if he's doing that, the Clippers are going to win ball games. Derrick Jones Jr. is proving to be a fantastic signing like we talked about. Of course, he's got that crazy athleticism in transition. Man, we've seen Luka do this for quite some time now, and then, seeing James Harden do it, and yeah, this man, he has so much athleticism, it's crazy. He had Ja in shock. Look at that. Ja got his hands on his head. What in the world? He was able to bounce up from that just fine. I don't know how. Throw it up, go get it, right? If you throw it up, he's going to be the one to come down with it because nobody can jump as high as he can. Now a little Euro step into the lane, finishing with the left. That is very tough right there. Zubac, speaking of being very tough, Zubac down low is a load. Pause. And he's tough to handle. Yam time right there. Now we're just going to back Jaren Jackson Jr. down, give him a little elbow, drop step, dunk on his head. That's one of the best defenders in the NBA. Come on now. Fight for it over Edie. Come on, Rook. Battle with me here. He's not throwing it up or bouncing it, actually. Nice little shot fake. Zubac, he's got that European game, man, and it's beautiful to watch from time to time. So I get tired of it a little bit, especially when they're playing the U.S. They just body us down low in international ball. But when he's playing for the Clippers, he is really, really good for him. One of the more underrated posts in today's game because, as you can see here, the Grizzlies really had no answer. He almost had 20 and 20 on him. And when Harden is getting this kind of attention, it frees everybody else up to get their own, right? Brandon Clark's being asked to play one-on-one with Ivica Zubac. It's hard to play one-on-one with any NBA player, especially right here, right? Jake LaRavia is out of the play. They're playing 4-on-4. Kevin Porter Jr. does a great job of finding him right there. Great pass by Harden. Now, I mean, the 8 assists that he gives them are very, very much needed. Runs this offense. Other teams try to take him out, like you see what the Grizzlies are trying to do, taking him out of this game, but they still can run their offense through him. Had a pretty good game last night. Great pass right there to Norman Powell. Now he's looking up, finding Amir Kofi. That was a foul, right? So pass leading to points. And then he's going to put the rookie in the blender, get the little float game. James Harden, man, he is the system, baby. He's still the system. Not quite what he was, but he can still do it, right? Jalen Wells, poor guy, had very little chance to stop James Harden, especially in the fourth quarter. And then you got Kevin Porter Jr., right? A guy that has kind of found a home here in LA, hitting the three over LaRavia there. Now he's going to get to his spot, little step back midi. That lefty jumper is beautiful. Getting to his spot once again off the pick and roll here. Excuse me, Ja. I'm going to get to my lefty floater, and it's going to go down. And then coming off the screen, step back. He's got a really, really nice jumper. I don't know what it is about it. It's just lefty jumpers are beautiful. A little pass fake here, getting up there with the right, getting it to go. Stutter step in transition, finding Nick Batum. Nick Batum is still thriving after robbing the Hornets of $100 million. He's now thriving in LA. And like we said, they've got the number 5 defense. Mo Bamba gives them good minutes off the bench here and there. Good rejection right there. Once again, Mo Bamba, get that out of here, Scottie Pippen Jr. No, sir. And then Zubac, give me those. We're going the other way. They've got great rim defense with Zubac, and then you got Mo Bamba coming off the bench. Last possession of the game there. No, sir. But yeah, the Clippers might be legit, and all of this is without Kawhi Leonard, as we said. Now, that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. We're looking for 200 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching.